Morning. It's the end of August. Sunday, 29th maybe? Something like that. But gonna do a walkthrough. Also talk about, again, as usual, tomatoes. Because that's about all we got left. I will show you something really quick though. Actually, it isn't all we got left. We got all our peppers that are coming in. And we got a few zucchini still. So this is what's left of the zucchini plants. And I still got some buds. Some flowers, which is really interesting because I have a zucchini on right now, 2 of them. Look at that, right there. And then there's another one over here somewhere, and our last plant over here. I know everything looks like it's a mess, but got some flowers come up here, so I'm gonna leave these another week. I thought they'd be out by now, but nope. Keep surprising me. What are we gonna do today? Oh yeah, let's go through and talk about the types of tomatoes that we have. I'm gonna do my best here. Have no notes, have no nothing. I'm just gonna do all this off of my wonderful memory, which sucks most of the time. But let's talk about the different types of tomatoes we have. And I picked a few that we can go through right now. Let me grab them, and I'll run through some of the stuff that we have. All right. Hold on, let me put do not disturb so we don't have to worry about the camera jiggling and stuff. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's talk about what we planted this year and the types of tomatoes that we have. This is an Amish paste tomato. It is part of the plum tomato family, and it is a beautiful tomato. I will definitely be planting these next year. This was the first year we did these, and I think I'm honestly going to plant these over any San Marzano or Roma. Well, maybe not San Marzano, but I will plant these over the Romas next year. These are phenomenal. They are super meaty, not a lot of seeds. They have those characteristics of the plum tomato type, so they're always going to be that meaty in there. Not a lot of like liquids inside. So they're great for sauce, great for stewing, all those good things. So I give these guys probably a 9 out of 10. The only reason I would not give them a total 10 out of 10 is because they love to split, and I'll show you one that did. And they'll split. They don't split in odd places like you think around here, but right at the top, look at that. Too much water. This one's not even fully ripe, and it literally started to split pretty bad. So I pulled her off, and we're gonna take her home. Next one, let's see what we got. Another one that likes to split. Very weird tomato. This is the chocolate stripey. Not super familiar with it. Do know that it keeps that nice little, get out of the light here. I can get a shadow. Does keep that nice tiger striping on the bottom. And it's a pretty beautiful tomato, but very ugly if you ask me. Very difficult to have any consistency around like what the shape is or whether it's going to split. Weather really determines a lot of how this tomato is going to look. Another one, not super watery like a beefsteak or anything like that, but it has some really good color inside. It's like a very fluorescent pink inside. Pretty cool when you cut it open. It has some really nice veins. And then here's the rock star this year, Chadwick cherries. Named after Alan Chadwick, I believe. He's the guy who cultivated these. They are a cherry tomato, but they're about a little bit smaller than a ping pong ball. Not quite as small as your cherry tomatoes that you're going to see in most variety. They are really cool. What I've seen with them is that they don't split. They're super resilient. Very, very resistant to disease. Probably one of the plants that I have the least amount of blight on when there's plants like right next to it that are just getting pounded with blight. I will be planting these next year. This is a 10 out of 10. I think this is totally the tomato that I will be planting a ton of next year. And I'll pin them up better next year. I didn't quite understand how they were going to grow or what type of growth I was going to get out of them. So I staked them up. Here they are, and they're a mess. I feel so bad when my garden looks like this. It's just this big mess of leaves and stems and stuff. Because after a while, I do stop pruning the suckers and cutting them all off. And, you know, I get them about 10 inches off the ground, like I said, and then I let them kind of do whatever they want past July. So, yeah. All right, what else are we going to look at? What do we want to talk? Oh, yeah, orange currant. I know I've mentioned these before. These are awesome, but they're also a pain. Look at those guys, man. They are little, I don't even know what size that would be. Gumdrop size? I'm not sure, yeah. Everyone says they're excellent, they taste great, but they say they're resilient to cracking, but with the amount of water that we've gotten, there's no way that these things aren't going to crack. Indeterminate, which I actually thought they were determinate. I don't know why I thought that, so I let them kind of grow like this. Big mistake. I'll plant a couple of these next year because they are such a pain to pick. I don't know if I go through the whole, like, 8 plants of them, but I gotta stake them up good. I gotta put them in a good tomato cage because they will not do well. Not that they won't do well, they'll do well by themselves, but they become uncontrollable if you do not. And let's see, what do we got? Oh, yeah. And the tiny Timbs, which we will not be growing next year, and I give these probably a 3 out of 10. Straighten up. There we go. Need to get some good light. Come on, focus. All right. So inconsistent with their size. Crack at the drop of a hat, man. You don't pull them off, you're done. They just split. Not a big fan. And the amount of space that they take up just to yield what they yield, not worth doing at all, if you ask me. What do we got here? Look at all the cherry tomatoes on the ground. I was picking this morning and got about half of a container full right now, and I still got to do these couple plants over here. You see, but all these on the ground, man, all of them. We had so much rain the past 3 days. It was just nuts. I got in here and picked off what I could, but still was not enough, clearly. Because within a day, 24 hours after the rain, they were splitting like crazy. I mean, they were literally popping. As I pulled them off the plant, if they weren't split, second I pulled them off, they went, it was like 1 or 2 of them actually had a physical noise of popping, which was amazing. I've never seen that before. What else we got over here? Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can pull this bad boy off right here. This is the Valencia. Had 1 plant. I will get more next year. Really cool tomato. Don't know a lot about it, so I only grabbed 1. And we'll learn more about these and maybe give an update. But they get to be a little bit bigger than this, most of them. And they've got a nice, like, orange color to them. Not so much yellow, more of an orange hue to them. Speaking of yellow, though, let's go see the one of the pride and joys for the year. Excuse me, I got in here and was in a sneezing fit again. I don't know what is going on with my allergies that are supposed to be non-existent. Again, will not do this again. Staking is not going to happen. Total cages for everything next year. I got to make it happen because this is just getting out of control. And our basil, we were going to make a bunch of sauce, but yeah, like a week too late for this. It really makes me angry because we should have pulled all the basil out, did a pesto, and froze it. But we didn't because we're dumb. And let me get over here. I know I saw one that was ripe enough to show you guys. There's one over there, but I think there's a better one. Right, excuse me, the camera's gonna get a little wonky for a minute. There she is. Gotta get a hand in there, hold on. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Beautiful yellow color. That is an Zoychka tomato. Russian yellow. I will plant these again. They look so cool when you cut them open. Everyone who I've given them to said that they taste sweet, like a good balance between sweet and acidic. And, you know, they're juicy, but not too juicy. I wouldn't recommend them for sauce or anything of that sort, but they do quite well. They are a really cool tomato, and they're what I've noticed is that they're super resilient to cracking. They don't crack, they don't split, and they're pretty consistent with their color and pretty consistent with their size and shape, which is really neat because they all look pretty uniform. Not like a lot of your heirloom tomatoes that just do whatever the hell they want, the cat face, or they kind of just go their own way. But this one's really cool, the Zoychka. 10 out of 10 for this one, man. Definitely gonna be planting this next year, more than I planted this year. Let's go set this one down. Oh, and as you can see, cleaned up, and we're gonna lay fresh grass or composting grass and grass clippings all down on here tomorrow probably, or today, depending. Pull the last of our pumpkins out. They're doing okay again. Planted way too early, say it a million times. But yeah. Let's go set this down. I'll show you one of the other ones that we want to talk about. Two more I want to talk about particularly. That's all we get to. I'm pretty happy with that. Come on, camera. All right. Toss that bad boy right in there. And then we're going to go pull one of the... Do I have any good ones? Let me see. Yeah, I'll pull this one off. Tell you about this plant here. This plant, we didn't cut this. We didn't do this. This got one of the tomato... What do they call them? Tomato caterpillars. Oh man, for reason escape, the hawk mouth, or the hawk moth. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, you can tell because it just ate the crap out of this plant, and then just like, it decimated it within a day. So, but these are the pink Oxheart, and they are awesome. And for the most part, you can tell why they get their name because they shape like an Oxheart. Here's a better example. There you go. Shaped like an Oxheart. But they are super cool. They are a pink color, just like this. Like this one's almost ready to pull. Started to split, so I'm going to pull this one off. But this is pretty much what they look like. Very meaty, not a lot of seeds. This one actually is good for a sauce if you want to mix it in. Probably not the the traditional sauce tomato, but this will work to supplement if you don't have enough of your plum tomatoes. But yeah, this got not a lot of seeds in it, and it's pretty meaty. Great for sandwich tomato too, as well, like a BLT. I'm told, because I don't eat tomatoes. Most of you know that. But yeah, this is a good one. All right. Apparently, the camera kicked off for some stupid ass reason. Next up, we've got Sunray. The Sunray tomatoes right there. They're pretty cool. One thing I don't like about them is they split very easily. They have a consistent round shape, about the size of a ping pong ball, but man, do they split like drop of a hat. If it rains and you're not running over here and these things are ready to be picked off, like you're gonna end up with that scarring that you see on there. They heal up really good, so they do a split and then they heal. So I haven't had a lot of them that were just like openly leaking with seeds coming out of them, but they scar up real easy, just like those chocolate stripies do. But yeah, look at that Oxheart. That's a nice tomato. I'm gonna set that in there. Now we're gonna go look at one more. The Cherokee Purple, which I don't know if I have any that are... I don't really know if... I think we've pulled off all the Cherokee Purples that are ready to go. I might have one or two over here that are close, but no cigar. Oh, look at this though. Isn't that interesting? Wow, that is... Look at that. I love when that happens. Yeah, I don't see any Cherokee Purple. You know what? I'll have to wait to get home and take a look. Oh, wait, here's... You know what? Should I pull this one off? It's one of those double tomatoes. You know what? I will. Because it's just going to split. But it's a Cherokee Purple. Very distinctive green on the top. And they will get a very dark burgundy to rosish, dark rose color on the bottom when they ripen up. And when you cut these things open, they're just beautiful. They're like white and burgundy veins in them. They just all about beauty here. And they're very inconsistent on their shape and size. They can range from like pretty small in a way, not small like cherry tomato size, but they can be, you know, half this size right here, or they can go probably 1 to 2 times this size. So tomato that gets up to be about a pound. I've seen a few that were more than a pound, but they're really phenomenal. Here's another one. This one's gonna be quite large. Here's a large one right here. Look at, oh no, wait, is this? No, these might be chocolate stripies. Hold on, what are these? I don't know what those are. Huh, that looks like an Oxheart. Yep, those are Oxheart, sorry. But here's some of the other Cherokee Purples that we got. They're beautiful. They just have a great color to them, and they grow really nice. Oh, and then, oh, look at this. These are our Tabasco. Look at, some are starting to turn yellow and orange. It's really cool. There's some red one back in there. I'll grab those off. Our miniature bell peppers. Look at those. That's ready to come off. Little itty bitties. Oh, wait, here we go. Is this a good one? Yeah, pulled it off too late though. Look at that color on the bottom. Now if we split this open, this one's got some really bad scarring. You can tell it's really soft too. But it will, people would probably mistake that this is not ripe because it's still green on the top, but that's just how it goes. It is. This one is completely ripe almost. It is. You just probably don't cut the cap off and you'll be fine. But how are our Carmens doing? Carmens are doing great too. Look at those Carmens. Finally turning red. Beautiful. The weight from this plant just keeps pulling it down. Man, I gotta get some of these off. Peppers are starting to come in, turning yellow. For the ones that are yellow, the red ones are good. I got a mutant pepper over here. I wish I knew. There is supposed to be just a normal green pepper or yellow pepper, but it's like 3 times the length and not as fat around. So you got some red peppers in there too as well. Look at that. These are almost gonna be ready to pull off today or tomorrow. Peppers have been phenomenal this year. I know I talked about them many times. I doused them with Epsom salt, so magnesium, and they just all been turning out phenomenal. Look at that red. It's a beautiful red. A little bit of sun scarring on there, but we'll get those off. Another red one. Look at that, man. That's so cool. Really good colors. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, usual. We talk about that. I don't really want to talk too much about the cherry tomatoes because I mean cherry tomatoes are cherry tomatoes, but the one I always want to mention, and sorry, excuse the non-taking care of my plants because of the size of the cages, the pear tomato, which is everyone's favorite. But I think that's about it for today. We'll sign off, and hopefully everybody enjoys the tomatoes that they see today or have gotten from their garden. Look at that. Man, they're beautiful. These are just coming in and coming in. They're just not going to stop. Like, this is going to be full on picking tomatoes for the next 2 weeks. Plants are looking good. Oh, I did have to stake up our little sunflower here. Had to stake this bad boy up because we got so much water yesterday, or past couple days, that it just fell over, so I had to stake it and fix it so it wouldn't fall over again. But man, look at that. Aren't these nice? Alright, that one fell over. Let's go take a look at the front of it, see if anything's gotten to them yet, because they look wide open. Looks like these are a good color too. Oh, look at the bee. See if we can get in there tight. That is really cool. Look at them. These are RBs too. Actually, the one in the upper left is not. That one's ours though. Look at how much pollen he's got on him. Bees are just hitting the sunflowers really hard today. So cool. Alright. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day.